Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to our continuing series of traveling in Europe in 2022. Jennifer and I were already in Berlin and Hamburg, and here we are in Munich at the Munich rail station. A couple levels of tracks. This is the main level here. You can walk right in from the outside street and see all the trains coming and going. We left here for Vienna, and these trains are just fantastic. I just love looking at these trains from Germany, the sleek design. Man, we've been traveling first class in the on the Eurail pass. We have a 60-day travel window, and we can go anywhere we want for 15 of those 60 days, unlimited rail travel in first class. And I got to tell you, this has been a real deal for us. We spent $650 US each for our passes, so total of $1,300 American dollars. And on the surface, you're going, oh my God, $1,300 in rail passes. How much traveling are you doing? But I tell you, from London to Edinburgh to back to London, then to Amsterdam through the Channel, and then to Dortmund, Hamburg, Berlin, and Munich, and now to Vienna, all in first class. We are already ahead of the curve here, and I'll tell you, it is stress-free to do this because everything is on your phone. The entire app for your Eurail pass is in your telephone. You don't have to go to any counters. You don't have to try to speak English to people who don't want to speak English to you or anything like that. You can look at all the schedules online, pick the one you want, the connections you want. I'm finding it really handy. This is some of the footage from Munich towards Vienna. Gorgeous viewing. Now, this, of course, is the latter part of June 2022. So we're talking, obviously, the summer. Look how green everything is. This is not, the fall where the leaves are dying or the snow is just melting in February or anything like that. This is the summer, and the cows are out, and the sheep are out, and the people are out, and more travelers are traveling this year to head on through Europe, and a lot of backpackers too, which is good to see. Things are returning to normal. Great to see everybody coming out to really enjoy what Europe has to offer. Notice in the background there, mountains. We're beginning to see mountains. We noticed these are some of the Alps, and every once in a while we'd be just chugging along, and when I say chugging, believe me, these are electric trains, and they're silent. They're not. This is not like the trains in the movies. But the mountains would appear from time to time, and I'd get the camera going and try to catch them. And knowing that once we finish with Vienna, we're heading to Zurich in Switzerland. We know we're going to be in mountains. And so here we are leaving the last of the, let's just call it the rolling foothills area of southern Germany into Austria now. And I got to tell you, folks, it's beautiful. It is just fantastic. When you think about all of Germany and all of Austria and all of Switzerland, all that land combined, I'm not even sure if that covers, it might cover Texas and maybe Oklahoma in total. Like that's how much land we're talking about. And we're talking about, 60 million people living in Germany, 5 or 7 million in Austria, and 8+ in Switzerland. So 70, 80 million people in such a concentrated land area. Is it any wonder the infrastructure is so well developed? Once in Vienna, I'll tell you, we're in our hotel room, and we're looking out the window. You're just looking at what you think is a Disneyland movie set. You just don't believe that this is real. I mean, this is a building. I thought it was a church. It's not. It was a church at one time, but it's now more of a youth center school. Still got the cross on the very top up there, but what an amazing looking building. Just a block away from our hotel. You go for a little walk, sit in the cafe, and these aren't Starbucks, folks. These are cafes that have been around here a long, long time. This one from 1861. I just love watching the street life. I just get a kick out of it. Across the street, I noticed there's a McDonald's. We went in there and noticed that there's two halves to that McDonald's. There's the restaurant half where you can get your Big Mac and fries, and then the McCafe half where you can get a coffee and a nice piece of cake. And I'm telling you, they have real espresso machines in that McDonald's. Those aren't the El Cheapo coffees we're used to in North America. Just down the road from these, various areas, wherever you go, you have to stop and you have to take a picture or a little video because you're looking at stuff you just don't see in your hometown. This kind of stuff I've sort of seen in Disney World, kind of, but you just don't see this stuff in North America. I mean, some of these buildings are older than Canada. Canada was formed in 1867. These buildings are from, in many cases, the mid 1800s, certainly in the early 1900s. Makes these old skyscrapers look obsolete. Look at this guy here, a DHL courier. I thought this was really cool. A recumbent bike. I believe he's got electrical assist on that. I thought that was brilliant. You've got electric running trams. You have electric running delivery guys. They're eliminating the diesel fumes in Vienna. They're systematically turning everything electric. Folks are on bikes everywhere. They're on electric scooters. It's amazing. Bicycles get top priority to get around. You'll see here in a second. Vehicles are about, of course. There are vehicles, but a lot of these vehicles are hybrids and a ton of Teslas everywhere as well. The flowers are having a wonderful time because they can breathe, as can we. This is not a diesel-infested downtown area. We're in Old Town Vienna here, and there's a guy delivering some food there on a bike with his cooler on his back there. And here comes some cyclists, you'll see in a second, the other direction, because those two lanes over there are actually bike lanes. The jogger makes sure not to go on the bike lane. He's jogging on the sidewalk. Here comes a cyclist. Here we go. These folks here are on their dedicated bike lanes. Cars can't go on there. Brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. Such respect for pedestrians and cyclists, folks on scooters. It's fabulous. It's a pleasure to be down there. These buildings, like I said, I hate to say it, but dime a dozen. A lot of these buildings hold embassies because, of course, Vienna is a capital city. And then once we had our few days in Vienna, and I did my video work on YouTube there, we're heading back out. And I'll tell you, you're heading now towards Switzerland. You notice something. Hills. And here's something you don't see in your hometown from a train. A gondola. That I couldn't figure that out. I thought it was a power line that was kind of cut through there, because that's what that is in Canada. That's a cut line. No, that's a gondola, and it's moving. There are actually cars moving. If you look very closely, you'll see them. There are actually moving gondolas, even in the summertime. Absolutely stunning. And the closer you get to Switzerland, the more stunning it gets. And that will be our next video. Video from Switzerland. Join me and Jen as we continue our travels. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.